Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is me, Wanda Martin. So I'm so glad that you guys decided to join me again for Lunchtime Goals with Wanda, where we break for 8. So that means that for 8 minutes, I get to hang out with you guys and I share one goal setting tip that's going to educate you, and it's also going to motivate you to go after your goals. Now, just to do a quick recap from last week, we said one of the things that the 8%ers would do in order to achieve their goals, they will make sure all of their goals are what? If you guys been hanging out with me for some time, y'all know what the answer is. That's right. You have to make sure your goals are specific. People that fall into the 8% category, they all make sure their goals are specific. And the reason for that is because vague goals will produce vague results. Or in other words, when you are specific, that's when you'll get it. And so my example I talked about, when you go to the grocery store, when you know specifically what you want, you're able to get in and get out. But when you don't know specifically what you want, if you don't have a detailed list, you're in that store a whole lot longer. Why? Because you're not specific about what you want. And that is how your life will go. When you're not specific about what you want, you'll find that your life will be going around in circles until you become specific, and then that's when you'll get it. And I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want your life to be going in circles. I want you to be able to get what you want. But the only way that can happen is you have to make sure your goals are specific. The second thing we said that the 8%ers would do, they would make sure all of their goals have what? Deadlines. You have to make sure all of your goals have deadlines. Listen, you guys, deadlines are so essential to you guys achieving your goals. And here's why. Because number one, it creates a sense of urgency. Or in other words, it will move you to action. So whenever you see a deadline to something, it has a way of moving you to action. Because when you have deadlines, it's going to produce action, or it's going to move you to action. That is probably one of the reasons why some of your goals that's been sitting on your list haven't been achieved. It's probably because you have not set any deadlines to them. You probably just have, I want to lose weight, get out of debt, I want to write a book, start a business, but what's the deadline date? Listen, one thing that I'm notorious about saying, without a deadline date, it's not a goal. Without a deadline date, it is not a goal. It's just a wish list, it's your bucket list, but it is not a goal. For anything to qualify as a goal, it has to have a deadline. Deadline moves you to action, but then also deadline will help you to balance out your workload. So for an example, I talked about how last month was a busy month for me. And so what I did, I took all of my assignments, all of my tasks, and I attached deadlines to them. And because of the deadlines, I was able to spread them out over the course of the month so that I would not become overwhelmed. And so that is another good reason why you need to have deadlines attached to your goals. And that is because it will help you to balance out your workload. Now, the third thing that we talked about, in order to achieve your goals, you have to make sure your goals are written down. You have to make sure your goals are written down. And we talked about this. We said most millionaires, and here's the thing, most millionaires and highly successful people have this one thing in common, and that is they write their goals down. Now, like I said before, you cannot have your goals stuck up in your head. You have to write them down. You have to take them out your head and you got to put them on paper. Because I said there's something powerful that happens when the pen hits the paper. And so you want to make sure you write your goals down. Now, the reason why it's important to write out your goals is because you're 42% more likely to achieve your goals just by you writing them out. Look at that, 42% more likely to achieve your goals. Even if you don't do nothing, just writing them out, you're 42% more likely to achieve them because you wrote them out. So that's one good reason why it's important to write down your goals. But another good reason why it's important for you guys to write down your goals is because what gets written gets done. What gets written gets done. So some things may not have been being accomplished or achieved because you never wrote them down. It's almost like your to-do list. You find yourself more apt to follow through and to produce action on your to-do list. Why? Because you wrote it down. But the same thing will happen with your goals. When you write your goals down, what gets written, it motivates you to get it done. So that's the third reason, or the third thing that the 8%ers will do in order to be a part of their 8%, and in order for them to achieve their goals, they have to make sure that they write their goals down. So now that we got that out the way, now let me give you the tip for the day. What is the tip for the day that's going to help you to be a part of the 8%? You have to review your goals. You know, I'm just a fan. My thing is, look, why would you even set goals and you not review them? Why are you setting goals and you're putting them in your drawers? Or why are you setting goals and you never look at them? Look, you guys heard of that saying, out of sight, out of mind. Well, that's the same thing that will happen with your goals when you don't review them daily. When you do not review your goals daily, once they're out of sight, they're out of mind. There's nothing in front of you that's going to motivate you to go after your goals. And so it is so important that you review your goals. Those individuals that's a part of the 8%, one of the things that they are notorious about doing, they review their goals. And look at this, daily. They don't do it weekly. I found out that they review their goals daily. You guys should just do the homework yourself. Look up highly successful people, look up millionaires, habits of millionaires, and you will find one of the things that they're notorious about doing, they review their goals daily. Listen, you guys, daily reviewing your goals will help you to do several things. Number one, it's going to help you to stick to them. You're more likely will stick to your goals when you daily review them. Number two, it's going to help you to accomplish them, or should I say achieve them. And that's why we all are here today at 12 noon, because we're trying to accomplish and achieve our goals. When you daily reviewing your goal, it's going to help you to do that. But then also number three, it's going to help you to, it's going to remind you of the things that you really want to accomplish. And so you want to make sure that you daily review your goals. Now, I just want to share with you some of the things that I do. Now, I shared last week how I write down my goals every single day. So you can turn to whatever page you want to here, and you'll see that my goals are written down. But one of the reasons why I write down my goals, yes, because what gets written gets done, and I'm 42% more likely to achieve them. But while I'm writing down my goals, guess what? I'm also reviewing my goals. So it is not a surprise to me why I'm successful in achieving my goals, why I'm successful in accomplishing my goals, why I see my goals show up in my life is because, look, I'm writing them down. I have deadlines to them, but I'm also reviewing them. And so this is one way that I review my goals daily. I put them in this book. I have a book, just a little small book called Goals, and I write my goals down and I review them daily. But then also, what I did also, I have my goals. I took my goals and I printed them out and I put them in this nice, beautiful frame, and I have it sitting on my desk. So when I get into my office every day to go to work, I have my goals sitting right there before my eyes. Why am I doing that? Because it's important that I review my goals. Listen, your brain has been designed to bring to pass whatever it sees on a consistent basis. And because I see my goals on a consistent basis, guess what's happening? I'm making ways in my brain to find out ways to how to bring what I wrote down to pass. All right, well, you guys, hey, well, this is me, Pastor Wanda Martin. I am signing out. And like always, what I love to say to you guys, hey, be safe, be great, and be 8 all day. Hey, God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Don't forget to review those goals. I see you guys next week. Bye-bye.